Good evening. Welcome to the show. Please feel free to chat and ask questions. The only thing I ask is that you be respectful of each other. Tonight's show, we'll be talking about some little bit of motorcycle news I found. I got some news, a little bit of news on one of the shows that I talked about last night. This is going to be called Two Wheel Tuesday, motorcycle news and talk. I'd like to thank Evil Rick and Motobomb in the side chat earlier. I'm going to wait around for a few minutes while some people come in. Um, I went a little deeper into some research on a few of the bikes for the Cycle Source 2024 awards. I'm going to go over a little bit of that again tonight, maybe preview part two of the motorcycles we did. I think that'll finish up the motorcycles, then I'll move on to the next part of that. Like I said, any kind of voting or anything like that, it's all completely up to you guys. I will put the link out there in the chat and pin that. Um, Later on, when we get to that, I'll put that out there so everybody can find that link easily. Check it out and put your votes in and help those guys out. YouTube's bigger stuff, and things are starting to go on. So I know it's early on a Tuesday. It's 5 o'clock Eastern time, but I don't have a lot going on, so I'm kind of using this for a little bit of therapy and to move things on. Like I said, I'm going to go over some news tonight and some things that I figured out for some other stuff coming up. So I know dead air time is bad, so we're going to jump right in. Hopefully, people as they come in leave a comment and ask any questions. I'll kind of try to keep up, but with the screen sharing, it's going to be a little tough for me to watch the side chat and do my therapy, as I'm calling it. So here we go. Let's jump right up there and throw this up on the screen, see how this works out. So in the news today, I was following around reading some stuff, and I couldn't help but laugh at this. All right, Evil, thanks. Somebody wrote in, Dear Abby, a friend agreed to buy my motorcycle, then wrecked it, and hasn't paid me. I guess the first problem here is who sells a motorcycle without getting payment? I don't even like to let people ride my motorcycle for this reason. Somebody wrecks it and they don't want to give you any money towards it, and insurance just things can mess up. But it reads, Dear Abby, 2.5 years ago, I purchased a starter motorcycle and allowed someone I considered to be a good friend to ride it around the block. She fell in love with it and expressed that she would love to have it. I made an agreement with her that when I upgraded, I would sell her the bike. A year later, I was able to purchase the one I wanted. I found out what the trade-in value for the original bike would have been and agreed to sell it to her at that price. I told her then to pay me as she was able, and I signed the title over to her. Well, then you basically gave her the motorcycle. You didn't sell her the motorcycle. If you sold her the motorcycle, there'd be a monetary transaction for it. That was your first mistake. I did not draw up any bill or sale or contract. I now realize this may have been naive on my part. Yeah, you don't let somebody else ride your motorcycle. You definitely don't do buy here, pay here without the proper paperwork. Shortly after taking possession, she had an accident and totaled the bike. Her insurance did not pay, and she has hired a lawyer saying it was the other person's fault. During this time, she has not paid 1 cent toward the bike or even acknowledged that she owes me anything for it. I struggle with confrontation, so I have yet to say anything. Well, you're pretty much out everything anyways, so just save the confrontation and don't argue about it. Ask her and be done. But a year and a half later, I think the time has come. I know legally there isn't much I can do, but I would like to say something to her. How can I address this without coming across being difficult? I mean, it's a year and a half later. I think difficult's beyond. So we have grown apart, but are still friendly. If you're staying friends with somebody that owes you money for a year and a half, you're a good friend, and don't ever loan anybody money that is a friend that you can't live without or that you expect to get back if you want to keep friends. Biker chick in Texas. Abby responds, "Dear Biker Checks, try this. It has been a year and a half since I sold you the bike. When do you plan to start paying me what we agreed upon?" That's a legitimate question. So I just thought that was kind of funny um, when I seen that in the news and I read it. Uh, I was looking for something to throw out there to talk about a little bit, and that was definitely something that I definitely thought that was on the funny side. Um, so that's just one of those things that I found sitting here reading through stuff. Um, I mean, the girl sold the motorcycle, gave her the title. I mean, there's not a lot, at least here in my state, that she could do. The first mistake is if letting somebody ride a motorcycle um, it's just opening yourself up. If you own a motorcycle and you let somebody else use it or ride it, you are opening yourself up for some sticky situations. I don't know. I got an echo all of a sudden. That was weird. So. Hello? Okay. I think that's fixed. I don't know what happened there with StreamYard. Probably a little bit of a delay and it started to echo some. All right. So are you guys, Eva, are you getting an echo on your end? Okay. So I don't know why that's playing back my sound with a little bit of echo on my end, but we got to live with it if you're not getting an echo. So yeah, as you said, no proof she hasn't paid. No proof she hasn't paid or that she even owes anything unless the friend is a really good friend. That's exactly it, Evil. That's the same way that I looked at that. If you're going to sit there and say that somebody owes you some money and you didn't, and you gave her the title, I mean, it's going to be a hard fight to win that battle. There's not a whole lot there that she has to stand on. I don't know how she's going to manage that one. So, the next thing I was going to put on here, I'm trying to decide which one I want to go with next. I'm sorry. I was kind of waiting for a few more people before I jump into the cycle source part of this episode. But it's early and I only see two people looking, on one of them being you, Evil. So I appreciate you hanging out here and sticking around. So that's just, she's got to write that one off. So that was the one that I found for the news for tonight on there. So next thing is, we'll go to this one and go to this screen. There we go. I went ahead and filled out the Garage Brood nomination form for the 2025 show, the 1st of February. That's in Cincinnati. Now that's open until December for the nominations. I'm hoping to be able to bring my son's bike to that this year. I checked that one out the last couple of years at a brewery in Cincinnati. It's a pretty nice show. The way that they put it on is really good. I filled that out, sent it in. Probably going to be, I think they said early January, they're going to send out the invitations to that. I talked to some people earlier. I do like the shows like this one. I don't really do it for the awards. I do it more for the camaraderie and learning about each other's build and kind of talking about the bikes. It's more about the people than everything. Getting out there, learning, talking to people. It's part of the hobby. Oh, you're fine, Evil. It's fine. I put it out there. People catch it. If not, uh, they can watch it on the flip side. I'm more or less doing this, like I said, for a hobby. Just putting the stuff out there. Right now, I'm using it for therapy, so I don't go stir crazy. Um, Figure get on here. They told me some reading would help my eyes and things like that. So moving my hands around, doing things on the computer. It's working in the fine motor skills, moving the mouse around, doing what I can till I can get back out in the shop. But one of those things I could do is put this in there. I know I talked about, as Frog mentioned earlier, Evil, that he's not going to be able to leave the state, but I hope that he will be able to. I know Jammin's close. Retired rider, he's close. Maybe I'm going to get closer once I get the, if I get an invite to it, I'll reach out to some of these people, let them know. Maybe do like a meet and greet or something like that. It's kind of like it's kind of like a cycle showcase. I don't really compare anything to Randy's cycle showcase because out of the shows that I've been to, the way that he does it is way, way different. I really like Randy's shows. I can't say enough good about Randy. I have the same feelings for a lot of the show promoters. Detroit Randy, his shows are great too. So, but I did fill that form out, and on that form it says the deadline for the submission is Friday, December 13th, 2024. I got an email back after I submitted everything, and the show takes place February 1st, 2025 from 12 p.m. to midnight at the Rangis Brewery at 1910 Elm Street in Cincinnati, Ohio. So, yeah, that looks like a good time. Actually, with post-stroke and everything, probably drinking's probably still going to be out of the picture by then, most likely. I'll still be on my 6-month restriction from driving, so I'm going to have to find somebody to drive me down there. I'm sure that won't be a problem. My family's been super supportive through this whole thing. If not, I always can find somebody that wants to go to a motorcycle show. So now we'll dive into the cycle shows awards and voting. I'm going to copy this, put this out there for everybody that does want to jump in later. I'll throw this up there, and then I will pin this to the top. So this is a cycle shorts like I showed you yesterday. I did make a mistake in my video yesterday. The 2024 Cycle Shorts Awards voting is all the way at the bottom of the page. It comes down here, and it says 2024 Cycles Shorts Awards voting. See the results in February or March 2025 issue of Cycle Shorts. Please take a few minutes and vote for those who have made this better industry in 2024 and deserve some. For top 10 bikes, please choose your top 10. Choose your top 10 sections 1 through 4. I messed that up. I thought you were supposed to pick one in each section, but it's the top 10 out of sections 1 through 4. The rest of the questions are listed below. You click the OK button. I'm going to go ahead and do that part of it right now. But we went over the Hoffman Designs Time Crunch motorcycle chopper. RKB's the Raven, Softail, and the Heavy by Jeff Gazer, Gold Rush by Jim Powers, and Geraldine by Steve Reed yesterday. The King by Co. The Chaser by Bob Ziola. All these we went over yesterday, and if you want to look back on yesterday's video to see those, but we'll dig a little bit farther into some bikes to come. This is a Slim Shovelhead by Gino, and then Panoply by Flash. So today's videos is going to be in part 2, so you can pick out of all of these bikes when you go to the voting page. Give these guys some acknowledgement. Go ahead and jump on CycleSource's website and place your votes the way you want. And like I said, I'm not trying to influence anybody's votes. I just did a little bit of research, thought I'd share it since I was kind of bored and doing things. And I just kind of looked into stuff to see what I could find. And what I found, and let's see, on Code Blue by Brian Gold. Brian Gold's really good builder. He's huge in the industry. Unfortunately, I didn't find a whole lot on that motorcycle, that particular motorcycle. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't look. It looks like a really nice Softail though. Got the big wheel on it. It looks like it's very nicely painted. It looks like a really nicely done kind of Cholo style. Cholo style bikes are really coming in. Personally, I'm more of a chopper guy, but I do like that Cholo fender, that low look. It's kind of part of the chopper look. In my own eyes, I think that's definitely a rideable bike. So we'll go here to, oops. All right, so the next one is Kenny Slaughter's Cocaine Spaceship. That one I was able to go on. I went on Instagram, and I found this and the Cocaine Spaceship. We'll kind of go through a couple pictures of what I found, and it's definitely a good-looking bike. It's a 1941 EL. It looks like a good build. Let's see. Got the sissy bar on it. Got the straight pipes on it. A very good looking knucklehead. I like it a lot. It's old school chop. Got the magnesium style wheels on it. Looks like it's got a chain for some shifter linkage. Chain drive like a lot of the older choppers. White light front end on it. Sissy bar. Just a good looking basic shop. Got the flames on the tank with some airbrush artwork. Definitely a good looking, got a jockey shift on. Good looking bike. Kickstart, you know. It's the old school basic chopper. Nicely done. Got just basic clean. A lot of, to my opinion, the clean. Here we got a little bit of a video on it. Let's see if it's. Always good to hear a chopper on it. Just nicely done chopper. So, all right. So that was the Cocaine Spaceship. Got a nice little video of it running, everything like that. That turned out nice that way. Had a few other images on it. So the Vasco Flyer would be the next one. Like I said, I dug into some just Instagram. Some of these guys I follow, some of these bikes I've seen at shows. They were all feature bikes in CycleSource magazine for 2024. Just give them a little bit more acknowledgement. This is out of the June-July 24 Vasco Flyer from RKB Customs. I jumped over on the RKB's Instagram page, and this is what I found. Like they said, they truly knocked this project out of the park. What a way to honor Johnny Chop on the biggest stage. I believe this was at the Born Free Show 2023. This year, the good, clean chop. We got a few pictures to look at it. Look at that wheel. It says, on the wheel, it says, something chop, RKB Customs. Chrome, beautiful frame. Got some pinstriping down on the frame, or some chrome on the frame. Like the fender, it's a good clean chopper. Prism tank on it. Girder, chrome front end. And I've heard different people say different things on the girders, but I like the way the girder looks. Looks like it's got a jockey shift there. Good clean build from RKB Customs. Motor clean, all the wiring is completely hidden. And I don't see, maybe it isn't a jockey shift. Maybe I was just seeing something else in there. I don't see a jockey shift that would be on this side of it. That brown seat, yeah. Just a good clean build. There's a better look at that girder front end. I like the girders. I know a girders are not as comfortable as a Springer, not as good as a ride, but I think overall for the chopper look, they look good. Another view of it, just a good clean. I like all the chrome. So they did well. The chrome was done well on that. Not too much, but just enough there. So again, that was a Vasco Flyer from RKB Customs. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink real quick. So, sorry, excuse me for coughing like that. Tried to catch it before I did it, but it caught me off guard. So, the next one is The Third Time by Errol Hurl. And that, again, I trolled that one onto Instagram. And when I jumped on the Instagram, I found the article right from Cycle Shorts magazine. Third Time, it's an iron head. I definitely like the iron heads. I believe this one's like a 77, probably 1000 cc iron head. Got some nice looking images in Cycle Shorts magazine. I took this right off from his Instagram page. Oh, let's see the next image. He's riding it down the road now. Definitely a good looking custom iron head here. Yep, it is a 77. 4-speed 1000 cc iron head. Nice looking build. I'm kind of partial to the iron heads and Sportsters. All that stuff for the iron head Sportsters, I definitely like. This is from Cycle Shorts magazines right there. Third Time. He was one of the feature bikes. It looks like he was featured in June, July 2024. So the next one was the Producer Pan. And let's see. Some of these I was not able to find, but I did find this one. So next we are looking at the Producer Pan by, I will kill this guy's name, I'm really sorry. So this was in the July 24 by going Producer Pan. I would say that we're pretty sure this is going to be a pan head. So we jumped over here to the Instagram page, and when we got on there, I found it's Anthony Bodo. I'm pretty sure I slaughtered his name, and I definitely apologize for that. I'm not real good at pronouncing some different names, but like I said, I'm just going over a couple of little bits of digging I did and found on some of these bikes on the Cycle Source page for their voting. Now, I like to look into them a little bit more. Some of these I've seen before, others I haven't. I took these right off most of the builders' Instagram pages. Some of them I follow, some of them I now follow. Others I've got some, I put some feelers out there. I like looking at the kind of the bills when they go along. Just like voting for anything, I like to know what I'm voting for before I vote for it. Hey, OC, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the support. Hope you enjoy tonight's show. I'm just going over some stuff here. So, thanks. I got these off from the Cycle Source page. Some of these builds are just amazing. So we're going to go finish reviewing this panhead. Let's see what we can see here on the Instagram. So these pictures were from Anthony's page. These pictures were the early stages of his 49 panhead. Just mocking up things, shrinking in space in the rear fender, cutting the old frame jams, and adding new ones. Generally getting excited. This point of the build, from my own experiences, when things are getting knocked up and you're getting things put together and it starts to look like something, this is where it gets exciting. Once you get past that initial mock-up and get things going, it definitely does get exciting. Looks like he's got a nice setup in the shop, got it up on the lift, and there's the little panheads, Springer front end. I like that front tire at the spokes. It's just a basic panhead chopper build, but sometimes I think the cleaner and more basic the build is, the nicer. Like the way he used to chain the space to fender. It doesn't take a lot of clearance on the fender. Between the fender and the tire, you do have to leave some expansion for the tire as it gets hot and RPMs go up. Looks like he did take that fender, and you can see where he cut it down and narrowed it down himself. That's nice. A little bit more mock-up of it. Got the jockey shift on it. Got a really nice garage set up. There it is. Looks like it's all mocked up. Even got some of the exhaust on it. That's a good looking panhead there. I personally don't think I've seen a bad looking panhead ever. So now we'll go back to the Cycle Source features. This is the second section of choose your top 10 feature bikes. You get to choose 10 of these bikes. Go on the website. I tagged it in the comments. Vote for the ones you like. Pick 10 that you like out of these. And then we'll kind of go from there. So next in the June July is the Motley Blue by Brian Clock. I'm pretty sure most of you guys all kind of know Brian Clock, or if you don't know him, you know who he is. So I jumped on Mr. Clock's Instagram, and I kind of creeped it, kind of looked at it. Let's see what we come up with on his on the Motley Blue. So
down to be the first fully polished Indian Chief anywhere. So we took the motor all apart, polished it all up, got it all back together, and then the guys at S&T.
Look at that wheel from S&T that they had put together on there. That wheel is just sick. This is a good looking Indian. They polished the motor all up.
Wheels in literally 2 weeks, and then
Hey, Brian,
caliper supplied.
Look at those brakes. Amazing. Now Brian can put out some amazing stuff.
Rotors, but I think it adds the pop of color to let you know that this has been all apart. We actually painted the frame and the whole deal. My wife goes, they don't expect you just to bring a stock motorcycle with a fairing on it and some bags. She goes, yeah, step it up, buddy. And I'm like, okay, honey, put the pressure to us. So I looked at these guys and said, okay, go ahead, tear down the motor.
So Brian Clark and the guys for working, just put on an amazing motorcycle on that. Again, that was the Motley Blue by Brian Clock. Mr. Clockworks always gets some nice looking builds. So Motley Blue by Brian Clock in the June, July 24 in the second section of the Cycle Source Top 10 Feature Bikes of 2024. Next nominated bike on there is that's a good looking Indian, isn't it, OC? Oh, definitely. Hey, Tolga. Good evening. How are you? Yeah, he hugged it. He put it right in there. He did a good job, didn't he? So, next one I'm going to jump into on the Cycle Source top 10 feature bikes of 2024. And probably another name most of you guys know, Paul Yaffe, the Deja Vu. So, I got on the old World Wide Web of Instagram and did some trolling on this to see what I could find. And look at this is what I found. And Paul Yaffe says, well, I got the bike done. Only discover a hole in the back of my brand new transmission case. Don't know if I can recover it this late hour. Lots to do. But he built this for the Chopper Friends Throwdown, and I believe there was a couple other bikes in this that are in the same thing. I believe Brian Clocks was one of them. But this is definitely a good-looking, clean chop. Paul Yaffe, besides doing baggers, he's been in the motorcycle industry for a long time. He puts out some excellent products and can definitely put out some excellent builds. But that chopper with the, you kind of want an old school throwback, Deja Vu, I'm guessing he's probably built another bike close to this and liked it a lot. So we went for that look again, being that he's got the older Super Trap exhaust on it. Just a lot of nice stuff done on this bike. I've met him. He's a very nice guy, even for what he's been through, not what he's done for the industry. He's huge and a nice guy, as with many of the builders in this. All right, so jump back to the Cycle Source page, and the next one is Timeless. Let's see. I believe I found some information. Yes, I did. So on the Timeless by Cole Foster in the August-September 24 issue of Cycle Source magazine, they've put it up for the nomination, the top 10 feature bikes of 2024. Jump on there, check it out, put your votes in for the ones that you like. Like I said, I dug some listen, like I trolled some of these guys on there to see what they had. Good looking old Harley right here. This thing is done nice. This is just a good looking flathead. Just the floorboards detail. I like how they use a little bit of the old school brass. Just got the old school frame, just clean restoration, kind of custom build on that. Very nicely done. So jump back over here to the brown chickens in the house. How's it going? Jump back over here and take a look and see after we did the next one on that one is the On Bagger from FBI. FBI's Fat Baggers Incorporated. They put out some excellent supplies. They have a nice webpage. I couldn't find much on this bike. Does look like a good looking. I'm going to say it used to be a bagger and they called it the On Bagger. I don't know. I can't tell a lot from these pictures, and I did not see the August to September 2024 issue. I apologize. I didn't do much more research on this. Does not mean that it's not a nice bike. It just means I didn't find anything on the internet. So the next one is Sturgis Special. I believe I did find something on the Sturgis Special. I did not find anything on the Sturgis Special either. Not anything I could find close enough to call it that bike. And I didn't want to share something that wasn't like that. I found some other stuff that looked like it. but it wasn't that. It does look like an old Ironhead Sportster chopper build from what I can see. Um, it looks like it's got the old Larry style pipe with an invader wheel on the front of it, Springer front end, very short exhaust. That's going to be loud, but it's definitely a Sportster build. Definitely another one just like the FBI on Bagger. I was unable to find much more on this website on this bike. Unfortunate too, because that does look like a good bike, but I'm just what I found. That's all I want to put out there is the best stuff that I can find on this stuff to kind of do a review on these. The next one is the Shovel Tracker by Logic Cycles. I found a little bit on this one on their Facebook page. It's just a better image than what I could find on the site because I wasn't able to blow anything up. Very straightforward. Kind of looks like it's got just a good looking build. Another clean build. I like those tires. Kind of like my son's build. They were a good looking tire. Very clean. Good looking shovel build. So the next one we got, we'll jump back over here. And so the next one is a New King, another one from Hoffman Designs. They got a lot on their Instagram page, so they were a little bit easier to troll and find something. They got a little video. I think it's got music in it, so I'm not gonna play the video. Like that air cleaner, and this is a good looking bike. This bike started as 2017 Road King, an M8 chopper. There's a lot of wiring, a lot of work involved putting one of those out. Nice looking job. Looks like it's got some carbon fiber. Kind of bringing new school to old school in the chopper form. I like the looks of that build. Yeah, definitely those dirt and trail tires don't last long, but they do look good on choppers, especially for that nostalgic look. I've run them before, and my son's bike's got those on it. Very aggressive, and they ride a lot better than I thought they would. Smooth, don't really notice much. But, so all right, so the next one we have is after the New King in the September 24 new Hoffman King design. After that one is the Who Shovel. I think that was all right. So the Who Me Shovel in the October-November 24 Who Me by Ray Lanes. Like I said, if I slaughtered your name on these guys' builds, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to dig a little bit farther into these. And this is what I found on his 59 Pan Man. A nice little mantra. This bike is nicely done. I like that exhaust. Got the kickstart, obviously. Spoke wheels a little bit farther on. Just the detail on this bike is just amazing. Good looking shovel. Just an old school setup, over here, no front brake, a spool front wheel. I like this. This is definitely a good look. Got the chrome oil tank. Just a good looking shovel head. Look at the detail, the lines. I'm big on the lines. I like the way the lines kind of squirrel out and come back to a point here. Got the jockey shift over here. Just a good looking bike. It's got a good view of the other side. Looking by the lake there. Clean handlebars. No controls on the handlebars. Beautiful. Clean. just a clean all around build. It's definitely good looking. Look at that tank, just the detail. He paid so much attention to detail on this bike. It's beautiful. You can just see in these builds, every one of these builds, you can just see the detail. They're all deserving. So that's why I kind of went a little bit farther into this to see which ones I could kind of look at and to see I liked more. They're great. So the next one I went to is next one on there is a couple of these I didn't find anything on. So the October, November Romancer Nick Bake, I did not find anything on the Romancer. Looks like a nice build from what I can see here. Pie Guy Pan, couldn't find anything on his either. I'm gonna assume it's Panhead though. Looks like a good build. I like these older bikes. I like the classics like that. Kind of looks like a resto mod or just a plain resto. Next one's a digger. I'm actually disappointed I couldn't find much on this. From Bill Glass in the October, November 24, the Lifetime. I'm not a digger fan of these digger motorcycles, and they're making such a big comeback. It's got the Sportster motor on it. I'm going to continue to dig on this and see if I can find some more. If I do, I'm definitely going to put it out there and let you guys know. So the next one, I didn't find any on this either, was the Covert Tracker by Pipes in the November 2024. I have most of these magazines, but I just don't have them where I'm at right now in my recovery from the stroke. Looks good. Definitely good looking bike. Like I said, these bikes that I didn't find, it's not because they don't look like good bikes. It's because I couldn't find anything, and I'll do further research, and if I find something in the next day or so, I'll definitely give it to you. So the next one, this FXR by Shelton, is Beyond Bolon. This is a kid, and he took, I say kid, but he's young, the younger generation coming in, and he took this bike and put MX motor in it. He did this for a garage build off for Cycle Source at, I believe, in fact, I know it was for the garage build off at the Smokeout Rally. It was a good turned out bike. This is Shelton here, but this bike is just beautiful. He won. It's beautiful. Just M8 crammed in there. He wired the fuel pump in. Hid the computer. There's just so much. It's just so clean. It looks like it went in there. That motor looks like it went inside of that bike. That exhaust, that almost looks like a Sawicki exhaust. I'd be willing to bet that it probably is. It's just that bike build turned out very clean. The wheels, during the build right towards the end, he had to go change. Oops. I forgot to share that. Let's go back over it. Hold on just a second. This is Shelton's Beyond Bolon. All right, so let's move this back. All right, so there's Shelton's bike here. There are bags on it. It's just a clean looking FXR with a FXR fairing on it. Got the new M8 in it. If I remember right from the video, the computer setup, everything in the brain is right here behind this cover. You put the fuel pump in. The old tank did a really excellent job. He did this one for the garage build off it. I do it for the garage build off from Cycle Source magazine. It's a Smokeout Rally this year, and he won it. It is just a great looking build. And like I said, I believe that's a Sawicki exhaust. I may be wrong, but from what I've seen and what I'm looking at in that picture, I would say I'm at least 60% sure. This image is a lot better image of it. Just a good looking motorcycle. For a young it's always good to see the younger generation get into these. I'm big on sharing the passion. Again, that's in December, January 24, Beyond the Bull on issue of Cycle Source magazine. So next we have the last three, and then we're done with the top 10 feature bike review and what I could find on those. So what we have next is Sarah Stacy McLeese. And I was able to find something on this one on Facebook. I believe it's right from his Facebook page. So we'll jump over here. I'll share the tab so I don't start talking about the bike before. And then we're going to, these pictures are right from Michael Litcher. Great photography done by him on this Triumph. This is a very good looking Triumph, chopper build 61 Triumph. From Colorado, Stacy's Garage. Awesome looking build. I like the old Triumphs. Not all motorcycles are Harleys or anything on two wheels. It's Two Wheel Tuesday kind of digging in here. So that was December to January 2024, Sarah and Stacy McLeese. The next one is Sex on Wheels by Rick Dozer. Rick Dozer just does some amazing builds. I follow him on Facebook and not on Facebook. I do follow him on Instagram. I've met him at a couple shows. Just a good dude. And let's jump over here and share this. It's a short little video on the Sex on Wheels build. Let's go ahead and take a look. I love the powder coated frame, a different color, or painted frame, different color with all that chrome. A lot of chrome. Looks like it's just some red and chrome. Good looking bike. There he is riding down the road. I believe this is from the Motorblot show in Chicago. Yes, and he won the Valhalla show. We were also invited to the Valhalla show, but I was unable to make it for some family issues that came up. We had everything set to go, but I don't think we could beat this bike. This bike's just spot on, clean build. If you're in the Chicago area, every year they have the Motorblot Valhalla show. It looks like a good time was had. So then we go back over, and for the final one is the Genie by Terry Anderson. So I wasn't able to find anything on this last build either. I tried finding stuff on as much of these as I could. But that's the last one I had. And so tomorrow we got some other categories in here. You got Man of the Year for achievements of man based on 2024 calendar year only. I'll do some digging and see what we can find on this for tomorrow or for the next show. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. Like I said, I'm doing this for a little bit of therapy and jumping in and seeing what I can find and going from there. But now we can kind of open this up. I think I'm going to keep it about an hour. And there's still 5 people in here. I'll kind of bore you guys talking a little bit, and then we can kind of go from there. No. Hey, DDK. Well, I can kind of update you that. Nice to see you in here. I am physically feeling better. My hearing, I have lost my hearing in my left ear, left eye, peripheral vision. Left hand is weak. Fine motor skills are down. Typing on the keyboard, things like that I'm doing, trying to get working done. I'm trying to maybe get a temporary shop set up so I can start doing some TIG welding and teaching myself to TIG again. My left leg's weak. Still walk with a walker. Currently in physical therapy and occupational therapy, doing what I can to get through this. Kind of a lot of learning. I do know that I'm on a 6-month 6 months a restriction on driving after the neurologist clears me. And I don't have a neurologist appointment until at least sometime in January. Kind of drive me nuts not going back to work. Things like that, you know, when you're the breadwinner and then you kind of got to step away. Watching that, my wife struggle with that is a little tough, but my kids have all stepped up and helped out. So that being said, I'm doing my best to recover. That's what my family wants me to do. So definitely want to get back into things, but I have to take it slow. I have to let things heal. I got vitamins, medications to take, doctor's appointments. A couple times a week, I got to go see an ear specialist, an eye specialist. Doing the best I can to recover what I can. Just getting my hands back was huge. My leg is coming along. I've taken a few steps without the walker. Being away from the wheelchair is a lot better. And that's about that update there. Give me just a second. I gotta. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Just had to take that phone call real quick. Yeah. Thanks, OC. You know, I'm glad you guys can hear me well. I've slowed down my talking so I don't stutter or slur. My face is still a little numb on this side. But I definitely appreciate all your guys' support. People that have reached out to me and checking on me. I see you guys in live. I just jump on here to do this as some of my therapy. They say talking. You know, I get sick of talking to myself, trying to get away from the camera a little bit and just try to do some different things. That's why I brought the news in. For you guys starting later, if you want to go back and check the beginning of it, but I did a funny little news thing I found where someone wrote Dear Abby about selling a motorcycle. I just found that kind of funny in the motorcycle news when I was reading earlier. And so, but what we did today and yesterday is I went on the Cyclosource website and they're doing a 2024 Best of Awards year in review where you can go in and vote. It's at the very bottom. You go in there and you click OK. So we went through yesterday these bikes, the Time Crunch from Hoffman, the Raven from RKB Customs, the Heavy by Jeff Gasser, the Gold Rush by Jim Powers, the Geraldine by Steve Reed, the King by Co. Just a bunch of beautiful builds. April and May was the Chaser by Bob Ziola, the Slim Shovel by Gino, and the Pinoplio by Flash. Then today, we went over Code Blue from Brian Gold, Cocaine Spaceship from Kenny Slaughter, Vasco Flyer from RKB Customs, Third Time by Air U-Hole, Prodigy by Pan Rabu, Motley Blue by Brian Clark, Deja Vu by Paul Yaffe, The Timeless by Cole Foster, and The Unbagger by FBI. We also went over Sturgis by S. Grant, The Shovel Tracker by Logic, New King by Hoffman Design, The Who Me, Romancer by Nick Bake, The Pie Guy Pan, Lifetime by Bill Glass, The Covert Tracker by Pipes, Beyond Bolon by Shelton, Sarah by Stace McClary, Sex on Wheels by Rick Dozer, and Genie by Terry Richardson. So you can go on there and pick 10 of these in your vote and then kind of go from there. Thanks, DDK. This is just awesome. You would not believe the amount of people, not just like this community on here, but from the chopper community, people I've met. You wouldn't believe that. Just people I met in person, people from here, everywhere that have reached out and been supportive. My family, you guys all really helped me with this because it does get rough going through this. It's a lot of sitting, a lot of waiting. Healing takes time. The brain, you got to relearn it. Thanks for stopping in, DDK. Ray's Motor Life. I've talked to him a few times. He's reached out to me. It's awesome just the support that not only from the YouTube community, but people are. I've had just people are amazing in the way that they do things. Haven't asked for any help on my build yet. There's been some people that have reached out. Like I said earlier in the show tonight, I did. Let's see here. How do I do this? So I did fill out the Garage Brood bike nomination form. I put that on there earlier. That's February 1st in Cincinnati. And then I did enter the bike in that and see if I get nominated for it. And if I do, I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. Maybe do like a meet and greet or something at that. It is in February. There's not a lot of bike stuff going on. And my build is slowed down, but I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I kind of like the challenge. So I think I figured it out the last time. XAN's not in here. I've been joking with him back and forth on the countdown. I think it's got to be close to the 60 or to 80 day mark. I'm not throwing the towel in yet. I'm going to keep trying it and see what I can do. Thanks, Race Motor Life. Yeah, I just kind of meet some people. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it in February yet, but if I do, at the show, I met so many people at Cycle Showcase, the Donnie Smith show. At the Dam show in Detroit, I met a lot of great builders, a lot of great people. The industry is huge. You have, everything in life is cliquey, but in the motorcycle community, there's a brotherhood, but you have your different little things. You got your builders, you got your riders, you got all this stuff, but it's all one big community that a lot of times you just got to figure things out when you get that big. But you go to these shows and you're right there with some big builders. Donnie Smith show, I was with some of the biggest builders in the industry talking to them. Just down to earth, straight, great people. You wouldn't think a lot of these people would give you time of day, but they do. I've got messages and phone messages from people that I've met in the industry. Just makes the recovery better all the way around. But I'm going to end this up here in about a minute. I just want to tell everybody thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the support. It means a lot. And, give it a like, give it a view, subscribe if you haven't already. It's not about how many people you take down on your way to the top. It's about how many you take with you. Everybody have a good night. Get that camera angle right. There we go. That's my ring from the Dam show. You guys have a good night. I might see you guys in some lives later on. I'm going to go get some dinner. Thanks for stopping in. All right, Moto Noggin is live at 6 Central Time. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Retired rider, I know you were in the garage working on your bike. But I do want to give him a shout out before I jump out. Caught me right at the end. He's just got 4,000 subscribers. He's doing a giveaway. Go over to his thing. You got to be a subscriber to get involved in the giveaway, but I'm sure he's going to put out more on it. Great guy. Puts out some good content, good videos, some shorts. But go over there, check out his page if you're not subscribed already. Hit the subscribe button, go back in, do a little bit of research, find his giveaway. Today's the 19th. It's probably a limited thing, but you don't have to, if you look at this later on and you see that, still check out his page. Evil, can you throw up a link real quick to it? So, and that whole community over there is great. So, that retired rider hit that 4,000, hit the 4,000 subscribers. I know he's over that too. He's going to probably still continually growing. Also, retired riders, Evil. Also, yes, definitely. Frogzilla and Lally. He put up their PayPal. Definitely get that. Check into their stuff. Help them out. You got free Frogzilla, man. I put that out there too. Is everyone I'm trying. Ray's Motor Life. You're trying to find retired riders email. He tagged it in there. I'll get with you later. I'll send it to you. I'll find it too and send it. I have it because I'll get you that. I knew that was kind of going to be an issue with that, but he's working on that. That was mentioned in his live also. Everything will be in there. But there's his page. Ray's Motor Life. Going to hopefully be seeing a little bit more of him soon to come. And with that, everybody, I might go over check out Moto Noggins live at 8. That's usually a good time. I think it's 8 Eastern time. I might be wrong on that, but you guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping in, John. Everybody else also have a good night.